order for December 4th, 2012. Mr. Wade, would you give a blessing?
Father, we thank you for the city of St. John. We ask you to continue to bless her. We thank you for these willing citizens who have come to give her their time and their knowledge. We ask that you guide and direct them. We ask these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Thanks, Wade.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Care to read the consent agenda? Or additions to the agenda. We're going to add Aaron some time on police department. Anything else?
A few things for that, Kevin.
Yeah, I wrote you down.
Okay.
So be it.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Now we can consent the agenda.
To approve the minutes of the regular meeting of November 20th, 2012. Approve appropriation ordinance 1204-2012 in the amount of $69,101.23. And to approve the cereal malt beverage license renewal for Dillon's.
So moved.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed. Any citizen comments? Thank you. Fire Department, Michael Sanders.
The only thing I have is the radios. I got you a quote from Great Bend. I talked to Doug. He said he was going to be quite a bit higher, but he'd give me a quote, but he never did, so.
How was the bid compared to the one in Salina or whatever?
Salina's cheaper by a little over $300, I think.
Total?
Yeah. Well, see, Great Bend's only given a rebate for every 8 radios. Salina's given a rebate for every 6 radios. So we get $185 for every 6 radios, where we got 13, so we can get 2 rebates. With Great Bend, we're only getting 1 rebate, just on my radios. So there's another $185 off from Salina.
What does Salina charge for the tower charge, Marshall, or Michael?
What do you mean by tower charge?
There's a yearly tower charge, isn't there? A monthly tower charge on each radio?
No.
You sure?
Yeah. Nothing that I've ever heard about.
We don't pay anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the tower charge is picked up by the sheriff's department, because that's who all of our licenses are through.
Yeah, the people that owns the license pays a yearly license or to use the channel.
And we have our FCC to use our radios right now.
Don't you guys
We
pay a
haven't
monthly
new one
charge?
yet, we've got to apply.
For it?
Yeah.
Yes, we did,
Yeah.
but we hold the license.
Yeah,
Right.
the county holds
If
the
the county
license.
holds the license, the county will be picking that up, not each individual
Now,
person that uses it.
you guys have one license that you probably pay on every
It's
year.
annually.
Yeah, right.
How much is that?
It's not very much.
We just got a renewal here a while back.
It's probably come through. Let's see if it's this one.
Are you talking about the sheriff's or just for our license?
No, our license. Our
That was
FCC.
a long time ago.
Okay.
So are you thinking we need to go with Salina then, Mike?
Well, I think it's cheaper. I mean, that's who I'd prefer to go through, but I've had pretty good luck with all of our other radio purchases through them.
Something we gotta do, I guess. I'll make a motion to go ahead and let him buy the radios as quoted through Salina. Second.
Do you have those numbers, Mike, with you?
Which one?
For Salina?
Salina? Yeah, for my radios, the total was $3,855. That is after the rebate. And they were gonna try to go ahead and have them, we just paid that amount instead of Motorola sending you guys a check.
Okay.
So they didn't know if they could do it or not, but either way, we're gonna either get a check or they're gonna knock it off.
You said it was what, 38.55?
$38.55,
And how many radios is that?
13.
Is that, Michael, is that the same, the TBS, that's
TBS Electronics.
out of Topeka?
Out of Topeka, yeah.
You remember the same Salina?
Oh, sorry, it's Topeka, yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, so the vendor is TBS?
TBS Electronics.
And where will they get serviced at? If one of them breaks down,
Back at them,
back to them,
yes.
and we pay all the repairs or anything.
They've got a 2-year warranty on them.
So we have to pay freight getting it to them, and then whatever it takes to fix it, correct?
Yes.
Thank you.
Do we have any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say no. Motion carries 4-0.
That's all I have.
Any questions for Mike? Police Department, Aaron.
We did get the Dodge pickup into Fisher's, which was serviced. Troy's recommending that we don't do anything with the front end until after this winter. The words he said to us was that if it was his, he wouldn't hold off until after the winter. Once we go into four-wheel drive in the winter, if we have to, then that'll create a little more stress on it and make it so we would need to fix it. But right now, his recommendation is that we don't fix the front end. It's not bad enough that he would recommend that we work on it right now. So all we had was the brakes and the service done at this time. The other thing I have is that several of our professional membership dues are due. KPOA, KCP, and International Association of Firearms Instructors. And I'd just like permission to pay those and continue the memberships.
I'm sorry, and did you say the cost of those?
No, I didn't if you need them. It's $15 per officer for KPOA, $25 for KCP, that's one membership that's due. And then for International Association of Firearms Instructors, that's $50.
There's only one of them?
Yeah, that's mine.
We normally pay all those the first appropriations of the new year.
Yeah, it's,
With all the
I know it's budgeted
memberships
for,
that are
for the professional dues, but
No, it's within the
Okay,
limits.
okay.
Yeah. That's within your spending limit, they said do it.
okay.
Any questions for Aaron? Anything else?
No, sir.
Administration, now.
Okay. First item I had was the siren. Recall last time, the information I brought, I needed to get back with the vendor on the qualified bid and talk to him about removing some, they had a startup cost and travel and all that, and that wasn't part of the bid. We got them to take that off. So this USDA has approved this company for the acceptance of doing the siren. So, or sirens, 3 of them. Okay, the bid did not have the price of shipping included, but I've also got that added in as an estimate. So the price for 3 sirens less shipping is $26,809, and they've estimated about $1,800 shipping. So that brings it up to $28,609. USDA, their share is gonna be $9,700. If we include the shipping costs and everything, the city's cost will be $20,709. And that would be for 3 signs.
$20,000.
709.
Did we budget that in, John?
Well, no, this actually came about after budget, you know, by when we budgeted this, but we do have room in our general fund to be able to do that.
Okay. So we need to vote on it, or?
Well,
I mean, we kinda already did,
you already
didn't we?
did when we went ahead and did the grants, but
But that was for the other, I mean, to do it, but we made, remember, we made a recommendation to, with another vendor, and USDA rejected that, so we need a council motion and minutes so I can send it to them for the
I'll
approval.
make a motion to go ahead as for the $20,709 for 3 signs.
That would be the city's expenditure, but we need to approve the bid for the other.
26,809
Yes.
plus 1,800
Shipping.
shipping.
Yep.
I'd second that motion.
Any other discussion?
And the company's name is ATI Acoustic Technology Incorporated.
out of,
They're out of East Boston, Massachusetts.
No, that does have a backup battery on it, doesn't it?
That was one of the requirements, that it will be operated by a battery.
I couldn't remember.
The other thing is, and you know, I saw your expression when I said
City of St.
Massachusetts.
John's.
They're actually doing work in Sedgwick County.
Pardon me?
I've seen some of their sirens down there, and I've talked to him, and he said,
He's
most
not
everything,
here right now. You
other
keep
than,
calling
we have to
Stephen
replace a
County
part or
Dispatch.
something, so we're the phone type thing, so. They're in this area already, so. Yeah, that was a concern of mine. I mean, the service call would be pretty high.
Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye. All opposed, say no.
All right.
Carried.
Don Heller, Mike Younger are here to give us a update on the nitrate renewal project.
have a seat down there if you want to.
Yeah.
As part of our purchasing the nitrate removal equipment from Lane, KDHE required that a pilot test be done on the media, the same media that you will be using when we build a plant, to make sure that it works. Because in years past, they had somebody that didn't run a pilot test and it didn't work. So anyway, in September, Lane showed up, did the pilot test, and we've gotten the report back, and so everything worked fine. Lane is in the process of building the equipment, putting it together, and I've got this is a schedule from APAC for, there's extra ones of these, so anybody else can have them, for the work. They plan on starting in mid-January for both parts of the system. They're going to try and do both of them at the same time, which saves you money, because we can have an inspector here looking at both parts at the same time. We don't have to drag it out so far. Like I say, the first page that's handed out is the treatment plant. Plan on starting it, I think it's January, 29th of January, and plan to be done with it about the end of May. And so that's getting all the Lane equipment in the building about the time that they need it. Second page is the water line work. Going to plan to start it 17th of January and be done with the water line in mid-April. So that's kind of where we are for now. Won't be much happening until middle of January.
You might mention, I think, here before the first of the year, there's gonna be some pipe and material start showing up out there at the industrial side.
Yeah. That's pretty much,
The whole thing's supposed to be done in May?
that's a schedule.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're projected to start construction 17th of May? No, approximately.
Yeah, and again,
Right.
that's projected.
Right.
This is a good way of putting it,
Yeah.
subject to weather and,
Right. And any other unforeseen,
yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
okay.
I have a copy of the pilot test that I'll leave here with you. If you want to put yourself to sleep, have at it. So that's the update that we have for tonight. Any questions or anything? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Right.
You want one of those?
Okay.
Thank
Have a
you.
good evening.
Yeah, thank you. Have a Merry Christmas.
You too.
What else you got?
Okay, next item I had was holiday schedule. Traditionally, the council has given in lieu of any, as in the past they had done, like the Christmas party or any bonuses, have given us the day before, the 24th, day before Christmas off, and would need your approval to do so.
And that's in lieu of any bonuses or anything like
Or
that,
a
right?
Christmas party or anything that's traditionally.
It's another paid day vacation.
Paid holiday.
Holiday is federally paid, we're going above and beyond and paying the 24th.
Yeah, that way it's no out of pocket for the city, but it still gives the employees something.
So moved.
Second.
Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? 4-0.
Thank you. Next item I had was radio purchase. I've gotten actually a price from Doug Brown on, he could give us a bid on the mobile radios for equipment handhelds, and also have a bid from TBS and Great Bend Motorola. Great Bend Motorola was total for 12 radios was $4,800. TBS Electronics, same company that Mike had quoted you here earlier, $4,130. And Doug Brown, these are the ICOM radio. His price for 12 was $3,555. Between the TBS and Doug Brown, that's about $48 difference per radio. And Mike has had some experience with the ICOM radios. I guess the county had some, and I don't know that.
So did we. I'd recommend you don't go
Yeah.
Icon.
Yeah, I was
They
gonna
were
say,
pretty bad.
We've ran a few of them through and they're real.
Okay. So,
Well, that, this way you get a better server and everything else.
so with that, be the same company that Mike's radios were, the TBS, $4,130.
So be it.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Ayes have
Thank you. Okay, that's all I have.
Any questions from Al?
What are you gonna do with your old radios, Mel?
Well, the ones that can't be, you know, the only ones we're getting rid of are the ones that can't be reprogrammed, or, you know, we've got some old Johnsons and stuff like that, and they're not gonna be using it. I mean, we'll probably just throw them away.
So you're
But
not
take
getting,
them down.
you're not getting rid of 12. You're not getting rid of 12.
No, we've got
radios.
more radio. Well, some of them can be reprogrammed, but we have to have 12 to get back up to where we need to be. We have to get rid of 12 obsolete basically for radios.
So you are gonna get rid of 12.
We are gonna get rid of 12. So,
Okay.
Don't they have to go back into them to get your rebate or whatever?
Well, it's a different company.
no, that's just for buying that many, you're getting.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not a trade-in.
It's not a trade-in deal.
No, they don't want them back.
Okay.
Administration, John?
The only thing I really have is put in your packets a copy of the engagement letter with Adams, Brown, Duran, and Ball, spelling out what their costs would be for the next 3 years of audit. For 2012, 13, and 14.
That's pretty much in line with years past or whatever, I mean.
Well, it's increasing some, just like everything else, but they
But I
do.
mean, the increases and everything are just pretty much common for what they have been.
Yes,
Okay.
What were the last 3 you know?
I'd have to pull the letter to tell you.
This year is 11,145.
No, next year. That's for this year's audit, which will be done in
Oh,
2013.
okay.
We usually encumber that amount so that we take it out of the year's budget that it's actually auditing. So we'll encumber this amount for 2012's audit this year before we close out this year. So we're paying for 2012 audit out of 2012's budget.
So moved.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? I looked over that. Is there anything?
Well, I mean, it wasn't an agenda item. It's something you can add at some point if you want to, but that was sent by KMU encouraging, and Colin Hansen is the one that sent it out. You know, usually they're pretty much on top of things, wouldn't you say, Mel? I mean, Mel's probably more familiar with it. I just get the emails and pass that on to you so that, because it's the governing body that they're asking to respond to that. If you, I can download this and actually use it and fill in the blanks in the right places if you want, if you so choose to have that sent. If you guys want to sign it and send it.
So you're gonna do that then?
If that's what you would like me to do.
Yeah. Sure.
I'll have it put together and see what we need to do for signatures to get it where it needs to be on time.
Okay.
How is the website coming?
It's coming along. We should have put together a temporary one that should be up and running tomorrow. We were having trouble getting the registration switched, and it was going to take them 3 days down. So hopefully tomorrow that'll go through, and it's not at all what it's going to be, but it's just something that they could put back up with the same information that we had before, so that, you know, if people were accustomed to seeing something and checking for things. I'll also be able to start learning how to update, because it'll be on the same software. So I can go ahead and put the minutes and the agenda and stuff on myself, and I'll go ahead and basically start training on how to update on this temporary site. The designers, we've sent pictures in some forms. We have some work here to do too, to get that all done too.
I thought about going up in my bucket truck or something over the track and football field and getting a semi-aerial photo.
Anybody that has some fun and unique pictures of anything in the city going on, events or anything, the more we have to send to them and choose from, and then of course they'll be able to show me how to update that as well. So we'll be glad to have anything to choose from. I know we have a lot of good photographers out here in our citizen base, so.
Any other questions for Donna? Dawn's sick. No new business. No new old business.
The only thing on the Foster Memorial,
Yes.
Barry did some research for us, and Jill got with the Fosters, and we haven't heard anything back on basically tree variety type thing, and we do have room for one tree, and maybe the bench may not, an option is may not have a name on it, or that may just not be, so we haven't heard back from
Yeah,
them. So
some of the trees over there have a little plaque at the base, don't they?
all that is just what the variety of the tree is.
Oh.
Yeah, there's no names on them.
I see. I didn't actually look, I just glanced. So, library funding and Barnhill protection. We need to leave Fotzer on there. Actually, we need to leave them all on there. Okay.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor? All opposed?